this time, board members, would you please turn on your microphone and speak into your microphone to capture your questions and concerns. This meeting is also being streamed live on the district website at www.clintweb.net. The time is now 6:04 on the 12th day of May, and I call this regular board meeting of the Clint Independent School District Board of Trustees to order. Board members, please raise your hand and state present when your name is called to confirm your attendance. Ms. Shea, could you please call roll call?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. James Pendell.
Present.
Ms. Macias Mary.
Present.
Mr. Montes Sigifredo.
Present.
Ms. Parker Jennifer.
Present.
Ms. Torres Isela.
Present.
Myself, Yvonne Shea, present, and Ms. Claudia Marquez, not present. We do have a quorum, ma'am.
Let the record show that a quorum of Clint ISD board members is present, that this meeting has been duly called, and that the notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. And it looks like we have a really amazing evening ahead of us. So at this time, I'd like everybody to please stand and join us for the national anthem sung by Alfredo Heredia.
Okay. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed? Sorry. Sorry. Can I restart? Okay. Sorry. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed? Sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry for. Okay. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, for bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Sorry, I was thinking about this in the car. Like, I was so stressed about it.
At this time, if you'll join us for the Pledge of Allegiance from the Montana Vista broadcast team.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge
Thank you. You may be seated. Let's give it up one more time for Alfredo from Mountain View High School All-Star Choir. The great mission of the Clint Independent School District is to prepare all students to be successful citizens. The district will work in partnership with the community and the family to create opportunities for the students to maximize their personal potential. Please join me in reciting Clint ISD's vision. Together, we build tomorrow. We have a few recognitions tonight, so I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Martinez at this time.
Thank you, Ms. Parker and members of the board. At this time, Ms. Mesa will introduce our guests, and I am assuming it's going to be a celebration of our students.
Good evening and welcome, President Parker, Dr. Martinez, and members of the Clint Independent School District Board of Trustees. My name is Deborah Mesa, Public Relations Manager here at Clint ISD. We have some amazing recognitions this evening, and I'm so happy to see a lot of happy faces here in the crowd to hear it. To kick off our first recognition for this evening, I'd like to introduce our Horizon Middle School Jazz Band, led by their teacher sponsor, Jesus Portillo. They will be playing April in Paris and Oye Como Va for our enjoyment this evening. Thank you so much for that beautiful performance. I'd also like to recognize, if you could stand, please, the Horizon High School drum line, led by Mark Mancera from Horizon High School. Thank you for welcoming all of our board attendees to our meeting tonight. Thank you so much, drumline. Let's give them a hand. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to recognize a leader in our school district, as well as highlighting our school district fine arts programs. Recently, Clint Independent School District has been honored with the 2026 Best Communities for Music Education Award by NAMM Foundation for their outstanding support and commitment to music education. The award reaches kindergarten through 12th grade communities nationwide, offering both recognition and momentum to strengthen and expand music education programs. This year, more than 1,000 school districts and schools, including public, private, charter, and parochial institutions, have been recognized for outstanding achievement in providing access to high-quality music education. This is the first year that Clint Independent School District has received this prestigious award. While this award specifically recognizes our music programs, it is also a reflection of the strength of our fine arts across our district. This recognition belongs to our district leadership, our students, sponsors, teachers, families, volunteers, who show up for them every single day. At this time, I'd like to ask Ms. Margarita Mendez, Clint ISD Fine Arts Coordinator, to come to the front, please. And also our board members, if you could step forward, please, to the front for a photo recognition opportunity. As you line up in the front, I'm going to go ahead and begin my presentation. Ms. Mendez, on behalf of the entire district, I would like to present you with a plaque offering our deepest congratulations and appreciation to you for your exceptional leadership of Clint ISD Fine Arts and Music programs. I would also like to call up to the front at this time. If you are here as a fine arts teacher or a sponsor in Clint ISD, please come to the front with Ms. Mendez for your photo opportunity. You guys are also an integral part in our fine arts and music programs. It takes a unique blend of dedication and creativity to manage a diverse array of programs, and your impact is felt in every classroom, auditorium, and gallery across our schools. Your passion for the fine arts truly leads the way, inspiring our students to find their voices and our educators to reach new heights of excellence. Thank you for making the arts a vibrant, essential heartbeat of Clint ISD. We are incredibly fortunate to have you all in our vision and steering us all forward in our fine arts program. So thank you very much for all that you do for all of our students and families, volunteers, every single day. One more round of applause, please. And to close us out, we have one more song from our jazz band. Board members, you may be seated. Well-deserved round of applause. Thank you so much for sharing your talents with us here tonight at our board meeting. We couldn't be more proud of you being a part of our fine arts program. Thank you, students, for your amazing talents, and we hope you just continue on in your future all the way through high school and college. Thank you, guys. All right, we're going to keep this.
That was definitely
oh, go ahead.
amazing, and I just want to say just a small amount of talent right there in the room. It's big, but it also starts in elementary school, and so I just want to, I know the district has done a lot to support the fine arts program, and it shows, and you are so talented, and so your future is definitely bright. So thank you to all of our elementary music teachers as well, middle school and high school, for keeping it going for Clint ISD. Wow, making a mark. For sure. Good job.
Okay, let's keep the celebrations going. Yes. Wouldn't you agree? Up next this evening, I would like to showcase our Texas Education Agency Teacher Incentive Allotment Program, or TIA. I am proud to announce a landmark year for educator excellence in our district, revealing that from last year to this year, 172 more teachers have earned new or higher designations under the latest performance classifications for the 25-26 school year. This surge in professional achievement brings the total number of designated educators in our district to over 340. This demonstrates a significant investment in our classroom quality and student success. To honor these achievements, Clint ISD will distribute to these teachers a total compensation package of $5,523,412. This school year, educator cohort reflects a diverse range of high-performing educators across district tiers of excellence. This year, our district celebrates 170 master teachers, which they will receive a compensation payout up to $23,500 per teacher, which is amazing. You can clap to that. We have 155 exemplary designated teachers with an average payout of $12,200 per teacher, which is amazing. And we do have 15 recognized teachers with a payout that can reach up to $5,800 per teacher. The TIA Compensation Program is designed to provide meaningful financial recognition for the hard work and measurable impact these teachers have on their students. Clint ISD is extremely proud of our educators for their rigorous work and dedication required to qualify for these designations in our state. This achievement is a direct reflection of our teachers' commitment to professional growth and, most importantly, their focus on student outcomes. Now I'd like to ask for the recognition piece of our program, an administrator from each elementary to please come up to the left side of our boardroom. And also, if I could ask the board members to please come up front again for recognition and a photo opportunity. Awesome. And I do have support. Thank you, Ms. Cantu, Assistant Superintendent of Elementary Instruction Curriculum, helping me with our recognition, and Mr. James Littlejohn, Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Instruction and Curriculum. Up first, we will be recognizing W.D. Surratt Elementary with 26 TIA designated teachers. Please come on up for your photo opportunity with your banner. Might have to grab a side. There we go. Awesome. After your photo, you may take a seat, Miss Barbie Flores. Up next, we'd like to recognize Desert Hills Elementary. They have 34 TIA designated teachers this school year. Beautiful. Up next, we have Montana Vista Elementary with 23 TIA designated teachers for the 25-26 school year. Up next, great job. We can clap for everybody. Up next, we'd like to recognize Carol T. Welch Elementary with 17 TIA designated teachers. Yay. Up next, we have Red Sands Elementary celebrating 19 TIA designated teachers during this school year. And our last elementary school, Frank Macias Elementary, has 24 TIA designated teachers this school year. Congratulations, Eagles. Could I please have our middle school administrators come up to the left side, please? Awesome. All right, up first for our middle schools, we'd like to recognize Clint Junior High School with 26 TIA designated teachers. Thank you. All right, up next, we would like to recognize East Montana Middle School with 15 TIA designated teachers. Come on up. Next, we have from Horizon Middle School with 15 TIA designated teachers. Please come on up. And our last middle school. We'd like to recognize Ricardo Estrada Middle School with 14 TIA designated teachers this school year. Could I please have our high school administrators come to the left side, please? Awesome. Great job, elementary and middle schools. Up first for our high schools, we'd like to recognize Clint Early College Academy with 18 TIA designated teachers. Wonderful. Good job, guys. Up next, Clint High School with 39 TIA designated teachers. All right. Up next, we have DAEP with 5 TIA designated teachers. It's a great achievement. All right. Up next, we'd like to recognize Horizons High School with a total of 62 TIA designated teachers. Awesome. Congratulations. Our last high school we'd like to recognize is Mountain View High School Lobos with 37 TIA designated teachers. Awesome. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all of you. To our board, you may be seated. I would like to mention while you're taking your seats that Clint Independent School District has the largest TIA program in our region, and we are very proud to recognize all of our amazing educators that work so hard and have received these designations. Displaying these banners prominently at the front of each Clint ISD campus serves as a public tribute to our educators' hard work while reinforcing our community's commitment to our academic excellence. Please display them proudly. Congratulations to our district leadership, our administrators, and all of our TIA designated teachers. One more round of applause. This concludes my recognition portion of this evening. Thank you.
What nice banners they are,
Thank
too.
you. Yes, awesome. Like, we're really excited for the teachers, but I think I'm most excited for the kids that get to be in those classrooms. So congratulations to all of you. That is quite the accomplishment. And I know I speak on behalf of everybody for thank you for all the hard work at the leadership level, just to make sure we have a system that keeps passing and that our teachers rise to the occasion. So congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, like the accolades keep coming, it's a very positive start to tonight's meeting, so thank you. Right now, next we have a special presentation regarding the Texas Strategic Staffing Model, and now I turn it over to Dr. Martinez.
Thank you, Ms. Parker and members of the board. At this time, Cristina Castaños will be presenting for you all on the Texas Strategic Staffing Model that we also have initiated here in the district.
Yes, good evening, President Parker, members of the board, Superintendent Juan Martinez, and guests. My name is Cristina Castaños, and I am the Strategic Staffing and Residency Coordinator here at Clint ISD. And I'm honored to be here this evening to provide an overview of the work taking place through our strategic staffing efforts and to highlight the key initiatives that are strengthening teacher leadership, supporting teacher development, and ultimately impacting student success across our district. So I'd first like to walk you through the strategic staffing umbrella that highlights the two initiatives that I'll be talking about during my presentation. The first is our residency program, and this is a year-long teacher preparation partnership between Clint ISD and UTEP designed to prepare future teachers to be day one ready for the classroom. And the other area I'll be talking about tonight that falls under that strategic staffing umbrella is Pipeline to Leadership. And Pipeline to Leadership here at Clint is a strategic staffing and teacher leadership initiative, and it's designed to strengthen the district's teacher pipeline, but also to grow instructional leadership from within and improve teacher support and retention. So I'd like to start off with what is strategic staffing. And in a nutshell, strategic staffing through our residency program is a long-term investment in building a stronger teacher workforce by intentionally preparing, supporting, and retaining high-quality teachers for our district. So some short-term benefits that we are already seeing with this strategy is that it does support a paid residency for teachers as they complete their year-long residency that are paired with highly qualified mentor teachers that mentor them through that process. So we are seeing strong support because we are seeing 2 teachers in the classroom, and then we're seeing better prepared teachers for our classroom. So from our new teachers, they are becoming better confident, they're coming in equipped with the skills needed to be strong teachers their first year. And then some long-term benefits that I'll talk to you a little bit about tonight is that we're seeing a high teacher retention. We are building our very own Clint teacher pipeline, and we are hiring teachers in high-need areas such as bilingual and special education areas. And of course, we are reducing, in essence, hiring costs for the district. So a little bit about our Clint ISD residency program and our strategic staffing journey through that. So we did start in 2021, 2022, we did have a staffing instability. So at that time, we did have a lot of teacher vacancies and we did have a high substitute shortages. So then we had T-Class Decision 5, which is funding from the state through ESSER funding that was after COVID that we received. And so we developed a year-long residency program, the minor teacher residency program with UTEP. And this is where we were able to choose a strategic staffing model, which was guest teaching or substitute teaching, and to fulfill that substitute shortage need. So what happens is that teacher residents, they substitute once a week for their campus, and then they all are, while all along while getting prepared by their mentor teachers. So then I took on this role, residency coordinator. So my role is that bridge between UTEP and the district to support our residents and our mentor teachers, but then also to monitor that strategic staffing, that guest teaching, how's that going? So that's a little bit about what I do with the residency specifically. So I'm going to walk you through a little bit of our Clint ISD residency timeline. We did start with 4 partnering campuses in the Montana Vista area. We had our very first cohort of 16 residents and then 14 spring start residents. So we hire some in the fall and then we hire some in the spring as well. Onto their residency. And then we were able to hire 15 out of those 16 first cohort, and then from 8 out of the 14 in our second cohort. So as you see there, we have been able to hire several of our residents that we've hosted. Fast forward to this year, 25-26, we are hosting our 7th resident cohort. So this is slowly have become a strong hiring strategy for our district. I'll present some data on that in just a minute. So our strategic staffing models have changed and shifted a little bit because our needs are no longer, we fulfilled the substitute teaching shortage through that residency model, but now we're adding a paraprofessional model. So this allows our paraprofessionals already in our classrooms to continue working through their year, but then also be developed and be certified teachers for us at the district level. We've added a new model, which is called the release time model, which our residents provide their host teachers some time to go and support other teachers at the campus level with coaching and support through their PLCs. Okay, so what we're seeing some district impact from our residency program throughout our years from 2022 to 2026. We have hosted 86 residents throughout all of those cohorts, and we have been able to hire 80% of those residents. So as you see there, that is a hiring strategy for our district because in 2022, we did have, in our year 1, at that time we had 108 teacher vacancies. So in 2026, just in 4 years, in year 4, and I pulled this data just a couple of months ago, and at that time we had 8 teacher vacancies. Right before this presentation, I looked on our website, we have only 2 teacher vacancies. So definitely that is something to applaud. So another area I'd like to highlight that's also impacting our teachers is our mentor teachers. So what we're seeing we select the best mentor teachers to prepare our residents. So what we're seeing, those highly effective teachers are also growing in their instruction that first year that they host a resident. So that is just a twofold impact for both residents and also the mentor teachers. Another area I'd like to point out is we've developed very strong partnerships with UTEP, but then also with Region 19. We just adopted a new residency program with Region 19 to fulfill our high school needs with 3 of our high schools this coming year, so we're excited about that. And we've also developed strong partnerships with US Prep. So US Prep is a technical assistance provider that has helped us develop a strong residency model and then is also providing work with us through that pipeline to leadership that I'll talk about in a minute. So with all of this work, we are being recognized by the state, and I'm very proud to say that I was able to, a couple of months ago, to give some testimony at the Texas State Board of Education meeting to the committee on based on the UTEP and Clint partnership with our residency program, and I'm happy to say that the committee members were so impressed with our program, saying that we are a model for the state for our residency. So that is great to hear. And then just last week, US Prep came and they they asked if they could video a lot of our events, but also highlight some of our host teachers and residents and our residency model because they want to use it for their promotional videos, but also for training. So I'm very proud of the residency program where we're at, and I wanted to share that piece with you guys. So this leads us to the work with this year's initiative, which is Pipeline to Leadership. And I just wanted to kind of anchor back to our effective district frameworks, and it ties right and anchors into these frameworks. So it ties into EDF Lever 2, which is the talent, the recruitment and selection of our teachers, and the growth and retention strategies as the data prove that it is working. And then our district instructional focus this year was directly the EDF Lever 4, the academic experience, and then also the instructional capacity building, which is EDF Lever 5. So pipeline to leadership anchors right into that EDF Lever 5. So our pipeline to leadership journey happened with US Prep and the success of our residency program being highlighted. We were selected as only 1 out of 4 districts and all across Texas to participate in this pipeline to leadership initiative. And this initiative is supported by the Gates Foundation as well. So the strategic staffing model through P2L, as we call it for short, is really in essence growing leaders from within our own district. So some core pillars that we are seeing already being built out is the mentoring and coaching that our teachers are doing for other teachers at the campus level, strong collaboration within teacher teams through their PLCs, and then building strong partnerships with our community stakeholders. Some strengths where our teachers are being able to provide that immediate hands-on teacher support, especially of our new teachers in the moment, so providing that coaching. And then providing those leadership opportunities for those highly qualified teachers. And then we're able to grow our own pipeline, and I like to highlight Horizon High School, Scorpion Academy. They are graduating their very first cohort this year of high school students, and they're doing wonderful work. They're working in Horizon Middle. They're paired with a mentor teacher as well, providing lessons, and they've wowed us when we go in there and see them. Looking at them, they already look like first-year teachers. So let's give them a round of applause as they're graduating their first cohort. So the ultimate goal here is to improve student success across the district through P2L. So our journey began in the design year in 2024-2025. This year, we're completing year 1 of our implementation year with 3 of our pilot schools, which is Carol T. Welch Elementary, Desert Hills Elementary, and Ricardo Estrada Middle School. So they've done tremendous work in what they're doing. I've been fortunate enough to be able to work with them and support them in this process. And then I'm happy to announce we are expanding within 2 more elementary schools in Surratt Elementary and Red Sands Elementary, and then another middle school at Horizon Middle School. So we are seeing this strategy eventually throughout the years growing across all of our schools at the district level. So as we saw today, we have a lot of great teachers across the district. We have those 340 educators that have earned the performance designations. So they do not want to leave the classroom, which is not a bad thing for our students. We want them to be there available for our students. So what P2L does, it provides a leadership pathway for those strong teachers to be those leaders at the district. So I want us to focus on that middle piece because we are growing our own. Our teachers are now no longer wanting to be district leaders like principals or assistant principals or curriculum coaches. So this pipeline to leadership does provide them that opportunity. So we start with our residents, we're growing our teachers, then we're providing them that leadership opportunity. So in essence, we are growing our own campus district leaders in the future. So stronger teachers, stronger leaders really in turn builds stronger students for us. So a highlight that I would like to acknowledge right now is our Gates Learning Tour. So we did have a visit in November with just 3 months in the implementation year of P2L. We had the Gates Foundation people come. They wanted to see what is this all about, what is the work. They wanted to also look at our strong HQIM implementation of math. across our pilot schools. So they did visit Desert Hills Elementary and Ricardo Estrada Middle School. They observed some PLCs in action. They observed also classrooms and the math instruction that was happening in our classrooms. And they just had nothing but great things, and so impressed with just 3 months in the work that we're doing. They could not believe what we were doing here in Clint. And then just last week, we did have a US Prep learning tour. So the audience for this learning tour was a little different. We had TEA leaders. We had also district leaders that are going to begin this work at their own districts. We had our community stakeholder partners also come visit. So this time, they were able to observe the work in action. So they saw some PLCs again, they saw some coaching conversations happening, and then they saw that immediate coaching that was happening from our new teachers, from our teacher leaders to our new teachers. And again, we were sharing some of the feedback that they gave us. They were just, again, very impressed with the implementation year, and I'm sure they'll be back to see what's gonna be happening with our expansion year. So I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your leadership and thank you all for the support in our 2 initiatives this year.
Thank you, Ms. Castaños. Does any board members have any questions for Ms. Castaños regarding this? I do want to thank you for this. Clint ISD is on the map for this as being one of the most progressive programs, and you have led the way. So thank you so much for your leadership with this.
Thank you.
Great work. So at this time, this is the portion of the agenda for public forum. The Board of Trustees welcomes citizens to come forward at the monthly meetings and speak on subjects related to the school district. In public comment, citizens are offered this opportunity to address the Board of Trustees. However, as the subject matter may not be on the agenda, the board cannot engage in discussion and board action cannot be taken. Public comments for this meeting were requested to be submitted to Naomi Oropesa anytime prior to the regular board meeting, or actually it's Ms. Lupe Chavez tonight. So Ms. Chavez, do we have public speakers for public forum? Okay. As per BED local policy states, individuals who wish to participate during the portion of the meeting designated for public comment shall sign up with the presiding officer or designee before the meeting begins, as specified in the board's procedures on public comment, and shall indicate the agenda item or topic on which they wish to address the board and individual comments to the board. It shall not exceed 3 minutes per meeting. Presentations shall be informative only. You shall not mention student names unless you're naming your own child, nor shall you negatively reference district employees. The board requests that presentations not include statements that may be considered defamatory. If your presentation includes a complaint or negative comment and you name a district employee, or if you mention students by name, I will find you out of order and will terminate your presentation. You are advised to follow the proper channels set out in district policy to seek an administrative resolution before bringing the matter to the board. Any concerns or complaints regarding employees, students, or parents must be resolved via the appropriate complaint process stated in district policy. If you have a concern or complaint that requires the district's attention or response, pursuant to 551.042 of the Texas Government Code, no board member or administrator may respond to a member of the public unless such response is a recitation of district policy or a statement of specific factual information. At this time, I call Maria Calderon to the podium.
Good afternoon. My name is Yorli Calderon. I'm a bus driver for special needs students. I have been having problems with a group of ladies named the Sisters since May of last year. They have been retaliating against me, especially 2 of them. I had a disagreement with one of them back in May from last year that we worked things out, but they went and said a lot of rumors, baseless gossip. Till this day, they continue on trying to provoke me to say or do something to get me fired. I took this case to my boss's boss, HR, and someone else. To your attention, the last school board meeting from last month and waited 2 weeks and nothing changed. I had a meeting with the superintendent last week on May 6th. I explained everything to him, and this time, I hope something gets done. Us, we are hard workers too. Another issue we are having at transportation is with the buses. Last time I met with the superintendent, I gave him pictures of old buses, pictures from inside the buses, how they are torn from students not taking well care of these units. Some have seat belts torn by the students, and it has been brought to my boss's attention, and these units are still being used like this, and most of all, we have a lot of buses that are out of service. For some reason, that there's no parts to fix them. These buses carry students. It's precious cargo, our future, not machinery or animals. Some of these buses go from here to Clint, then to Community, on Hunter Street. They go through I-10. Some units' problems are the AC, the brakes, the tires, and other issues. There's mornings where drivers start their route late. Reason is for trying to find a bus to go do their route. There's no spare buses. At the same time, we only have one dispatcher in the yard. There's times the dispatcher has to drive to cover a route, and they have no mechanics. They have mechanics driving too, some with endorsements. In order to drive students, we have to have a student's endorsements. Otherwise, we shouldn't drive with students on board. They even have dispatchers driving on field trips when there's close to 100 and something drivers, more or less. There's times the lady that does routes drives too because of drivers being absent, which is fine. That was a requirement before transportation that everyone had to have a CDL. But why not have a dispatch at every yard, or the lady that does the routes that has a CDL to help us in the mornings with routes?
Ms. Calderon, you are at time.
Well, I'm still not done, I'm sorry, but I still have some information about the buses.
You have 3 minutes only, and I have to stop you at that. So,
Okay.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How come we don't have no more time like everybody else does? Because 3 minutes is not enough.
For public forum, it's 3 minutes only.
Thank you.
At this time, I invite Luis Ortiz to the podium.
Good afternoon, board members and everyone right here. My name is Luis Ortiz. I'm driver and trainer in the transportation department. My point is very simple. So our first goal is safety first, is our philosophy, you know. So, and right now I'm asking if it's possible to return the mirrors for check the buses on the back lights.
Oh.
So if somebody can do something, I will be say thank you, because we need the mirrors, because the bus driver must be check up the back lights. So, and it's everything. It's everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ortiz. And next, we have Leonora Vega to the podium, please.
Buenas tardes, señores, señoritas. Yo les voy a hablar en español porque cuando estoy nerviosa el inglés se me olvida y luego hasta el español se me pierde. So, si alguien no me entiende, si alguien me hace favor de traducirle a los demás. Yo nomás vengo a hablar acerca también de los buses, como está diciendo una compañera. Se supone que nosotros, pues la seguridad debe ser primero y es lo más importante en nuestro trabajo de chofer. Pero lamentablemente todo el año escolar hemos tenido problemas con los camiones porque hay muchos descompuestos, lamentablemente muchos están fuera de servicio y algunas veces tenemos que manejar en algunas condiciones los buses pues con problemas, ¿verdad? A veces son los frenos, a veces las luces y a veces las puertas y etcétera, etcétera. Entonces, y luego a veces tenemos que estar cubriendo rutas dobles porque tutorías, fields, actividades, y yo creo que sería una buena idea si ustedes tuvieran el poder de presionar un poquito más para que cuando necesitamos las partes de los buses nos las manden más rápido, porque hay veces que son cosas como el mío se descompuso del aire y es un tornillo y unas como, no sé cómo se llaman, pero es algo muy simple y se va a tardar como un mes nada más para eso. Entonces yo sé que todo es un proceso, ¿va? Te tiene que ir de departamento en departamento, pero nada más si lo podían acelerar un poquito más. Y si pueden dar un presupuesto más presupuesto para transportación, para tener más partes de reservas, como a veces se descomponen mucho las luces, los ralladores, los aires, las llantas. Entonces, si pudieran dar un presupuesto un poquito más alto a transportación, vea, yo en realidad no sé mucho de los presupuestos, pero para que pudieran cubrir más las necesidades de los camiones y así no andar batallando, porque a veces llegamos y pues lleves este vas y está descompuesto, y luego lleves este otro vas y también está descompuesto, porque cuando no es una cosa es otra. Y como estamos cortos de choferes también, ¿verdad? Pues también ya necesitamos un reconocimiento, porque pese a que estamos falta de choferes, falta de camiones, sacamos el trabajo todo el año, gracias a Dios. Nuestro pobre despacho en la mañana se hace garras, manejando, hablando en el radio, contestándonos las llamadas. Entonces, a lo mejor él es el que necesita un asistente. Y por último, yo quería decirles, ¿verdad?, a cómo está el costo de la vida, a ver si nos podían dar un aumento también, tanto a los dispatch como en la mañana, como a los drivers, porque la verdad es que ya está todo como el doble. Sí se puede, sí, ¿no? Pues no. Pero más que nada, pues nosotros nos enfocamos más en safety por las partes de los camiones, porque pues como dijo la compañera, transportamos niños, a lo mejor algunos son sobrinos, nietos, hijos, yo porque mi nieto ya va a la escuela.
Ms. Vega, it is time.
Ok, entonces muchas gracias.
Thank
Ahí
you.
nomás les encargo, por favorcito, si nos pueden ayudar para el siguiente año escolar.
So much. At this time, it's time for our superintendent comments.
Thank you, Ms. Parker. Based on the presentation that you put together, Ms. Ms. Castaños, I was looking at that picture and I thought, I'm gonna send her over there, maybe she can go. Beautiful place. But no, I know.
She can't see that picture.
Oh, you can't see it? Someone needs to put it out there so you know what I'm
It's
talking
beautiful.
about. It's really gorgeous, but of course it's probably somewhere in the old world. But no, I want to compliment Ms. Castaños for the amazing work that she has done with the program, with the teachers, Pipe Up to Leadership, and all the initiatives that she put. There's a difference between liking a job, doing the job, and there's another one, loving the job. And that's what she does. So thank you to you and your team. Because of the teamwork, and actually began with you, Ms. Parker. So this is a combination of all of you who put together something that it seems like TA lives in Clint ISD and
For good cause.
for good cause, and all of the recognitions and the districts that come and visit us is just incredible the work that you do. And I want to thank you publicly for the work that you do and the work that you continue to do. So thank you. And then regarding the comments with our bus drivers, we're not going to comment on every single issue, but every month we get together and we meet, and that's when they get to be informed as to what happens with parts, with buses. And not always is the problem is not always the department itself, or even locally in the city. There's times when to order a part, it takes forever. I mean, it's frustrating for them and it's frustrating for us. So we have tried to come up with solutions with them. And I invite them to keep coming to our meetings at the end of the month, because we do need to hear their voices, and of course they carry our students and take care of them. So we will continue to do that, and we ask them to come over and visit with us. All right, the other thing that I like to make a comment is we have the college gala on Thursday. It's a time to celebrate, so I'm not sure you're going to be able to dance, Mary. No. If you can join us for college gala, please come over. It is a fantastic end of the year recognition of the work that our students are doing, and this is a conclusion of our year, academic year. And then, of course, please join us for graduations. We have a special treat mainly for Horizon High School, but you will see what I'm talking about. So please join us for all the end of the year functions. The walkthroughs at every school has been fantastic. It's been a lot of energy, and tomorrow is Horizon High School, and we will take care of that as well. So lots of things at the end of the year, many things, and of course it gets a little complicated because people want us to fix everything like the last minute. I don't get my credit done, and the kids want to have the last minute solution for everything. So we will not, and as I tell the parents, in this district we will not give any student any credit that he or she did not earn. So they have to earn it, and then they have to work for it. We are doing everything we can so that the high schools have the labs open, if necessary the weekends open, so that they can get their credits completed, and then go to the graduation. So we're looking forward to that, another year. It's another year out of 13 years in this district, so can you believe that? I had more hair back then, but our little ones in kinder back then are now our seniors graduating. To see them grow has been the most amazing, remarkable thing for me, and I definitely enjoy seeing them every year. But this year has been very, very special because this is the 13th year when they were in kinder. So I hope to see all of you in graduations, and have a great time.
Question. Have you been practicing with the mariachis yet?
No. Only if you go to the graduation.
I will be there.
All right. I don't know what I'm going to do, but the teacher already asked, and I told them that Miss Shea was going to sing.
Oh, okay.
Or Miss Torres. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. That's all I have.
Well, a lot to celebrate. We look forward to seeing the best high school graduations in town for sure. So looking forward to that. All right, at this time, next on our agenda is administrative reports. Does any board member have a question regarding any of the administrative reports? Board member Ms. Macias, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Torres, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Shea, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Pendel, any questions or comments?
None, Madam President.
And Mr. Montes, any questions or comments? Let the review of administrative report reflect on the minutes. At this time, we move on to consent agenda item. Are there any questions regarding the consent agenda item? Board member Ms. Macias, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Board member Ms. Torres, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Board member Ms. Shea, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Board member Mr. Pendel, any questions or comments?
No comments.
Board member Mr. Montes, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Is there a motion on the consent agenda items as listed?
Move
So
to
moved.
approve.
Second. Thank you. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Now, next we move to the action items of the agenda. I turn it back over to Dr. Martinez.
Thank you, Madam President. At this time, I will the podium, please, and present this item. Mr. Prado?
You guys see that? Dr. Martinez, Madam President Parker, good evening. Tonight, I present to you some required legislature. So with the 89th legislature, I'm pretty sure you all recall so many new things getting required by all school districts. So with this one, it is seatbelts, so school buses. So Senate Bill 546. A little background information, long story short, the Texas legislature put the Senate bill out to require 3-point seatbelts for all school buses. So throughout Texas, our school district as well, I mean, we're well outfitted, but nobody's perfect. So we do have data to present and estimated costs. And so we do have to, as a requirement through the state and TEA, we have to review the data and we have to make a recommendation to either fund it or not fund it. So without further ado, we have the data. So looking at the data, so we have 91 total buses, and so the number of buses that don't have seatbelts, 21 buses don't have seatbelts, 5 buses have 2-point seatbelts, and the 5 buses that have 2-point seatbelts, I mean, those are our smaller buses. And so we do have 65 buses that do have the 3-point seatbelts. And if you recall, at the beginning of the school year, we did purchase 10 buses. And of course, any buses that anybody throughout Texas is going to purchase now will, of course, have to have that 3-point seatbelt. So it's essentially 26 buses that we need those 3-point seatbelts. So what's the cost? So just like Dr. Martinez mentioned with parts, being on this side of Texas, it does make it challenging with parts. And so as we're finding out, and we are still investigating until the funding is sorted out. So we do have 2 costs from 2 vendors. So one vendor is over $1 million, $1,000,092,000. And of course, that's cheaper than vendor B, but the note with that one is the buses would have to be transported to San Antonio.
Is that extra for them to be?
That's some of the investigation that we still have to complete. So it would, I mean, some ideas that we tossed around it, if we ended up having to do that, is, I mean, we send drivers on field trips. So it may be a mechanic, it may be a driver. I mean, those are just some of the ideas. It's not a set in stone if we go with that vendor. And of course, I mean, I'll give you what we recommend after I present the data. But also with vendor B, I mean, notice how vendor B, it's parts only, it's not the installation. And even with vendor B, that vendor, the supplier actually had a statement, a legal statement saying that they were not going to allow them to just replace the seatbelt, that it had to be the full seat. So there are things like that that are some of the challenges that we're unraveling, which I would imagine it is going to happen everywhere. So these are the challenges that everybody's facing with their school buses.
Is this unfunded mandate?
Unfunded mandate. Yeah, so I do have a note in your packet, if you have your packet. I should have put it in the presentation, but it is kind of, it's a blank page on, I believe it's page 78 of your board packet. There is guidance that all districts in Texas were given, and on page 78 in your packet, or if you don't have that, I can send it to you later. It's a blank page, and it references a grant. So what we're thinking with this is that it'll be a lot like the safety grants that everybody had to deal with several years ago. First, they get information from school districts, and then they use that information to come up with calculations for grants. So that's what we're anticipating. We're kind of hoping for, because it's a lot of money, and I know everybody is hurting across the state, all school districts. Clint, you know, of course, thankfully to our leadership, I mean, we're in a good place financially, but $1 million is $1 million, and I mean, no school district, no company should just toss around money like it's free. So our recommendation at this point, the administration recommends that the board review the required Senate Bill 546 information, make the appropriate determination regarding financial feasibility, which but at this point we don't recommend funding it because of the financial constraints with all school districts. We do recommend authorization of submission of any required documentation to Texas Education Agency, TEA, through Sentinel. So we do have to submit this information through a program that everybody has to do through Sentinel.
Mr. Prado?
Yes, ma'am.
How many buses are going to be transported to San Antonio if?
If we go about that route, it would be, well, 21 full-size buses and then 5 small buses. That isn't, I mean, we're kind of not hoping that we go about that. I mean, we are still investigating, but these are definitely some of the challenges that we face. And I mean, we're going to see what the other districts are looking at, but I know the other districts in our region are dealing with even more financial problems than us. I mean, thankfully, like I said, we're in good shape, not like some of the other neighboring districts. Any other questions?
I think I just need some clarification.
Yes.
So you're not recommending funding this at this time?
I do not recommend funding it because it would be a financial
And then if it's part
constraint.
of the Senate bill, does that, we just have to show why we can't fund it? at
We
this
have
time?
to, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the data shows, it gives them the information on the number of buses that we need this 3-point seatbelts on, and then it gives them a financial idea of what we're dealing with.
Okay. And then, just maybe a Ricky question, but I don't know the difference between a 3-point and a 2-point seatbelt.
So 3-point is,
Across your,
yeah, what we have in the car. And so the 2-point is the lap
just the lap
belt.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
So the smaller buses typically, I mean, that's why we do have a small number with just the 2-point seatbelt.
And what about the buses that don't have seatbelts at all? What's the plan for those? Because you said, I think we had 6 buses that didn't have any?
21.
Oh, 21
Let me go
that don't
back
have
to that.
any seatbelts.
Yeah. 21 without seatbelts, which, I mean, it's good that the state is putting this out, but once again, it's a mandate that is just not funded. So the way things are financially, I mean, it's a definite challenge.
Have they set a deadline for noncompliance?
They said there isn't a deadline to have the seatbelts. There's a deadline to submit the information. So to submit this information, it's due at the end of May. So if other districts across Texas, if they haven't done this already, they're probably doing it right now or doing it when they're holding their board meetings within the next couple weeks.
there any other questions for action item 8A? Ms. Macias?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Torres?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Shea?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Pindell?
No, Madam President.
And Mr. Montes?
No, ma'am.
Is there a motion regarding approval of Senate Bill 546, school bus 3-point seatbelt requirements and related cost reporting? Motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. So pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551071, consultation with board attorney, Section 551.074, personnel matters, Section 551082, school children, school district employees, disciplinary matter or complaint, Section 551.0821, school board personally identifiable information about public school district will happen in closed session. We will be discussing item F, discussion regarding the appointment of Clint Independent School District Director of Athletics, and the discussion only regarding intruder detection audit report findings as of May 12th. Can I get a motion to move to executive session?
Motion.
Second. Second, thank you. The time is 7:23, and the board will adjourn to closed session, and no action will take place in closed session. All right, we're all here. Okay, the time is 8:24, and the board has reconvened to open session. The board will take appropriate action on items discussed in closed session. No action is going to be taken tonight in closed session on 10A, B, C, D, or E. At this time, discussion and possible action regarding the appointment of Clint Independent School District Director of Athletic Services. Turn it over to Dr. Martinez.
Thank you, Ms. Parker, and members of the board. It gives me a great honor to recommend Arturo Cruz as the new Director of Athletics.
Do any members have questions on 10F? Ms. Macias, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Torres, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Shea, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Pindell, any questions or comments?
No, Madam President.
And Mr. Montes, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Is there a motion to approve Mr. Arturo Cruz as our next athletic director?
So move.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes.
We are very
Congratulations,
excited to
Mr.
have him back.
Cruz.
Yes.
Congratulations.
He's going to be awesome for this district.
He's a good man.
And now, the next item is item 10G, possible action regarding intruder detection audit report findings as of May 12, 2026. Ms. Macias, do you have any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Torres, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Shea, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Pindell, any questions or comments?
No questions.
Mr. Montes, any questions or comments?
No, ma'am.
So we have a motion to approve this report.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. And it's at that time when I know you all were relieved, because it's time to adjourn. Can we get a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
So move.
Second.
All right. Motion passes. Have a good evening, everybody. Get some rest. Good night.